I talk to Terry now probably once a week. He's finally back home. He's been in bad health, but he came back out of it. He got out of the facility he was in that was helping him get back on his feet. He's home, and God, he's tougher than he's like Harley Race, one of those guys that's too tough to die. And so I'm just thankful that I ever had the opportunity to wrestle with him. I've got some Terry Funk stories that I can't even tell on the podcast, even though it's uncensored. I can't tell them.
I've got some Terry Funk stories I can't tell on the podcast too. So we both.
He's the greatest.
Oh, one of my favorite wrestlers and favorite men ever. Just was always a pleasure to deal with for me, and taught me so much about the business.
Should I just tell you one Terry Funk story, right? So we're at Raleigh TV, and Greg Valentine and myself were bringing Terry back from Raleigh TV to Charlotte. And we were drinking that Foster's Lager beer, right? And we bought a bottle of grain alcohol. And we were pouring it, just be like we're crazy in the old days. And we came to a stop on Monroe Road in Charlotte. And Terry got out of the car naked with the World Championship belt on him. And this is this is 76, 77, maybe in 77 or 8. And he's actually like directing traffic. There was no cars, but he was pretending like he was. It's 2 a.m. So from there and all the way home, he kept lighting Greg Valentine's hair on fire in the car. So we get to my house, and I had a pit bull then that jumped over the fence, came over the fence and jumped and bit Terry and bit him right through his nose. I mean, a bad bite.
Through his nose?
Yeah, bit it through his nose. He jumped on top of Terry.
Well, shit, no wonder he pile drove you through the table.
No, this was later on, yeah. So he's the world champion. So we go inside, and my wife is out for the evening, and I paid the babysitter to go in Megan's room. She was a little baby at that time, and just staying there. And Terry came in the house. He took a knife out of the canister that holds knives and put it between his teeth like he was a pirate and crawled around my backyard trying to catch that dog. Well, I had gotten sick, which I never do, and my wife came home with one of her friends and opened the door and said, well, this is my husband, I'm embarrassed to say, and let me see. Oh, yeah, and that's Terry Funk, the world champion, out in our backyard. She took all my clothes, not my first experience, took all my clothes, threw them out in the front yard of the house. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And the next thing I knew, I had a silver Eldorado. And the next thing I knew, I woke up at the downtowner in Charlotte, which is sad to say. I don't remember how I got there. And Funk was already gone to another city. And I had to figure out a way to get back into my house. So it was never a dull moment in the 70s with Nature Boy and Terry Funk together.